Yo, what is good, guys? It's a very interesting day in the market today. You had some continued rallying in the markets, mainly fueled by Tesla, which had earnings yesterday, and hit my target, which I'm going to show you that I gave out yesterday in the Discord. And we're going to be talking about those semiconductors, which also hit my target today. The Discord took profits on today, as well as SPY, the S&P 500, the overall markets, because I do believe we're about to get a big move down soon. And in the coming days, starting next week, possibly, probably. So make sure to watch this whole video because I got some good information for you guys. And with all that being said, let's hop into it. Make sure to show the video some love, give it a like and subscribe. And yeah, we're gonna start off with Tesla. So yesterday in the Discord, I did a lot of charting. I found all these trend lines, these gaps, the fibs, and I gave this target. I gave these two targets, one to the upside, one to the downside. And I was thinking we would actually go up. Just the chart didn't look very bullish, and that's what we got. We went into my target zone today, right here, and you can see I only gave a 1-day range for these targets. So we hit that target, and we hit that target. So I'm gonna talk about what happened in after hours today. Snapchat had earnings, and they did pretty badly. It's down 27% in after hours, and everything else followed, mainly those social media stocks like Meta, Google, and Twitter, because this happened last time when Snapchat had earnings. They fell 24%, and they had their guidance lowered, and investors are fearing that because of what happened with Snapchat, this could follow up with Meta and all these bigger companies from slowing online ad sales. So investors are foreshadowing earnings for the bigger companies because of these results from Snapchat. So that's why everything fell pretty sharply in after hours. Facebook or Meta, whatever you want to call it, tanked really hard because Snapchat did this. So that was a big drop, kind of fun to watch, but that's what that move down and those bigger names were. So I'm going to talk about the semiconductors. I've been talking about this all week, and I believe on Friday too, maybe last Friday, I gave this target of 1870. When we were at 15 here, we bounced off that trend line. I did my Elliott wave counts, and I said 1870, that's my target. Yesterday I said I'd recommend taking profits there. I'm not a financial advisor, so don't take anything I say seriously. But we hit that target, and I started going short on this because we're at a very big trend line here. It's overextended. From all the indicators I've been looking at, there's a lot of bearish signals too, and it's up to the overall general market to make these other other sectors I'm watching, so mainly biotech and semiconductors. It's up to the general market to start pushing these down. So really, there's not too much to say on anything else. Lab D or Lab U really didn't do much today. Just the fact that the semiconductors hit my target, and yeah, that's that. So I'm looking for some downside on this. I'm playing that with SOXS, and what I want to talk about mainly today is SPY, because yesterday I was hoping for a red day today, and that did not happen. In the Discord, I gave some big trend lines to watch. We bounced off of one today. It was, let me put it back up. I believe it was this one, yeah. So I put this up in the morning. I said, you're really going to want to be watching these trend lines. We bounced off of this, rallied up, we hit this upper trend line, and we kept going, and right now, we are at an area with a lot of trend line resistances, like a lot, and I'm going to show you all of these. They're coming from everywhere, so in order to get past this, we are already overextended. I would be blown away if we managed to get through this area, just considering how many resistances there are. The big thing to know here, so yes, I forgot to mention in yesterday's video, I wanted to talk about this gap a little. SPY tends to do a lot of fake out gap fills where it goes into a gap but it doesn't fill it completely. So for example, right here, so you have a gap here, you went into it and we sold off very hard. You did it again right here, she dipped in, and I actually got faked out a little here. Yeah, I got faked out on this one, and we did that fake gap fill. We rallied up, and so you can see it does it a lot. It does these fake gap fills. It traps people, and that could be what's happening right now. You're inside a gap. The gap fill is not that far away, but it's very easily possible that we're not going to completely fill this gap. And the big pattern I'm looking at right now is a possible bear flag, which would lead to new lows or a channel. I'm gonna take off most of these lines so I can explain this to you, as well as I'm gonna put up this, and let me make sure I'm putting up the right one. So yeah, right here. So first off, I want to talk about this fib right here. Right now we're sitting in the golden pocket. This is a big spot here, where this is just, it's a crucial area as a support and resistance here. So you made a big push all the way up to this retracement, and this alone is a huge move. A lot of this was squeezing, short position covering, and someone said SPY can't squeeze. I don't know where you got that from, but this is a squeeze. This is definitely a squeeze, and you got these big breakouts. So especially this one as well as this one, and this is where I was like, okay, we're gonna get probably one last final push here. You can go look at my thumbnails. I said, the upside before the downside. You can just go look at the thumbnails. Let me make my picture smaller. I don't know if it's in the way, but anyways, right now you're in this possible bear flag here, and you're sitting at really big resistances. You oversold or overbought. You have a lot of divergences, mainly on the hourly charts. You have the MACD being lower while the price went higher, and on all time frames, you have it crossing over while we went higher, and the RSI has just been sitting in overbought territory for a couple days now. So, the momentum is starting to point downwards. I think we're topping soon. For this move right here, and a lot of stuff is confirming my bias here. So I'm not exactly focused on what's gonna happen, tomorrow or Monday, but I do think very, very soon we are going to start turning down soon, and I think we're gonna get probably a pretty aggressive move down as well. You have a Fed meeting next week, which can be a catalyst, but I gotta put all my lines back up. So this trend line, and I'm just gonna put up my own trend lines because I don't remember which one it is. So these gaps are important, and this is the channel I'm watching. So you have this bottom trend line, as well as this top trend line right here, which I drew from here, I believe. Or yeah, there's also another top line here, which could be a resistance. We get rejected soon, but point is you're in this channel here, and if you get rejected off the top, you hit the top, and maybe you gap fill, maybe you don't, but I think you're coming all the way back down to this trend line, as well as this one. You can test this as a triangle breakout where you bounce off the top and then you manage to go higher, which would be pretty impressive. So you come all the way down here, and then you make that big bounce off the top, and you continue trading inside of this channel, whichever line this is. I'm going to use this one because this seems a little more parallel to that other side. But regardless, whichever line you want to use, I think we're in a channel or a bear flag. So you get rejection off of this trend line, rejection off of these higher trend lines too. Just there's bearish signals all over the place. That's the point I'm trying to make here. So I think I've made my point clear about that. There's really not too much to say. This video was really just me pointing out how many trend lines we are sitting at right now, and just we're overextended. I also want to show you some of these bearish signals so you can see what I'm seeing. There are massive bearish signals here. So first off, I also want to point out the daily quick. The daily, you don't have bearish signals on the daily yet. So the hourly time frames, I was showing bearish momentum developing, but we are still squeezing. Shorts are still getting squeezed out here. You can see volume going lower, but volume on the indexes isn't as important as it is in stocks, but it is something to note. Volume is going lower. The ADX is also below 20, which means it isn't in a confirmed trend. Rather, it's in an accumulation phase or distribution phase, while this ADX is under this purple line. So this is not a what's the word I'm looking for? It's not a confirmed trend, and this is where I'm seeing that. And you get your bearish signals. So you had this bullish signal down here, all the way at the bottom of this, but you go to the hourlies, and they're all developing bearish signals here. Bearish signals. The 1 hour is loaded with them. So I'm sitting on short positions. I'm shorting semiconductors, biotech, as well as SPY, and I'm just sitting on those. I'm in the red a little, but that does not bother me because it's shares, not options, so I can hold these as long as I want. And I am looking at downside soon. So that's all I have for this video. If you're interested in the Discord, that's going to be in the description down below. And yeah, if you watch this whole thing through, make sure to show the video some love, give it a like and subscribe. That's it. So peace out, guys.